Welcome, students. Hope you all are doing well. Today, we are going to start a new chapter. The name of the chapter is As the Torrential Rains Pour Down.
Natural phenomena are characteristic feature of nature. Some such phenomena are earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, tsunamis, sea surges, storms, torrential rains, severe drought, severe cold and changes in direction of river flow. I think you all are aware about this sort of natural phenomena which have considerable impact on the physiographic structure, climate as well as life forms in any region. In this chapter, we are going to learn about tsunami, flood in 2018, how the flood happened, water reservoirs in Kerala, impacts of flood and how to prevent flood. So, let's start with tsunami. Tsunami is a Japanese word with the English translation harbor wave. Su means harbor and Nami means wave.
Now, let us see a short video of tsunami.
A tsunami is a series of waves in a water body caused by the displacement of a large volume of water, generally in an ocean or a large lake.
Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and other underwater explosions above or below water all have the potential to generate a tsunami.
We still remember the tsunami that occurred on 26th March 2004.
Devastating waves swallowed our coast and it caused very much damage to life and property. This unnatural sea surge and furious destruction was the result of an earthquake that occurred near Sumatra, the Indonesian island in Indian Ocean, and 14 countries were affected. Sea waves rose to over 100 feet. It is estimated that the overall death toll from the 14 countries was over 2.25 lakhs. More than 1,000 people lost their lives in India itself. Several people, including children, died in Kerala too. The other damages and destruction were inexplicable. Flood 2018. We all remember the flood that happened during 2018. Many people were its direct victims. Rest of us had also become a part of it by listening to visual media and by giving ourselves involved in the activities helping out the worst sufferers. People had to leave their home to safer locations so as to escape from the uncommon floods caused by heavy rainfall. How the floods happened. The average annual rainfall of Kerala is about 3000 millimeters. 90% of it occurs in a span of 6 months through southwest and northeast monsoons. The heavy rainfall during monsoon months caused heavy water flow in all the rivers. The rains that lashed Kerala between 1st June 2018 and 18 August 2018 were much more than the normal. This caused considerable flooding in 13 of the 14 districts. As per the estimates of the Central Meteorological Department, the amount of rainfall received during the period was 2346.6 millimeters, but the expected amount of rainfall was just 1649.5 millimeters. That means more than 42% of the normal amount of rainfall was received.
Large-scale floods due to heavy rainfall occurred during the end of July, but it was between 14th August and 19th August that torrential rain and disastrous flood occurred. Students, now look at this table. This table shows the district-wise rainfall between 1st June 2018 and 22 August 2018. This is a study report on the flood in Kerala, September 2018 by Central Water Commission. District: normal rainfall, received rainfall, excess rainfall. Kerala State 1701.4, received rainfall 2394.1, 41% excess. Thiruvananthapuram 672.1, 966.7, 44% excess. Kollam 1038.9, 15,793, 52% excess. Pathanamthitta 13,575, 1,968, 45 excess. Alappuzha 1,380.6, 1,784, 29% excess. Kottayam 1,531.1, 2,307, 51% excess. Idukki 1,851.1, 3,555.5, 92% very excess. Ernakulam 1,680.4, 2,477.8, 47% excess. Thrissur 18,242, 2,077.6, 14% normal. Palakkad 1,321.7, 2,285.6, 73% very excess. Malappuram 1,761.9, 2,637.2, 50% excess. Kozhikode 2250.4, 2898, 29% excess. Wayanad 2281.3, 2884.5, 26% excess. Kannur 2333.2, 2573.3, 10% normal. Kasargod 2609.8, 2287.1,
minus 12% normal. A thorough analysis of each of the element is essential for taking precautionary measures against heavy rains. This kind of statistical data may help in future planning. Now, let us summarize what we learned in this chapter.
Water is the base for life on earth. 71% of the surface area of the earth is water. There are different sources of water. The quantity of fresh water is very less. Water cycle regulates the availability of water on earth. Human interventions pollute the water sources. Rainwater harvesting is the best way to prevent water scarcity. Conservation of water is our duty.